Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks for Doctor Strange in competitive Marvel Rivals. Now Season 1 is right around the corner. I think it's 7 hours from release as of right now. And I got a good bit of grinding in on Season 0 and I got Grandmaster 3. I'm happy with it, but I didn't get as much grinding in as I wish I could have. I'm excited for next season. I want to keep on grinding. So the first Doctor Strange tip I have for you is to increase your rate of fire and your damage output. A lot of people know about it, but some people still don't. Mixing in shields and melee attacks in between your regular fire makes them faster, and the melee itself does damage. So first off, I'm going to show you the shield. You can be holding the shield and just close it, open it, close it, open it, and it makes you shoot a lot faster. And you can do it with your melee as well. You don't shoot as fast as you would with the shield one, however, it still does damage and it still charges your right bumper ability, which is one of your greatest abilities as Doctor Strange. And the melee has a lot more range and distance than your primary attack does. You can see how far this Doctor Strange is to the sides of me, and I can still hit him. So when you're getting attacked by multiple enemies all at once, trying to hold one point, trying to attack the payload, it's great for that reason, because you can just hit so many people around you. I can be fighting someone else over here, and I'm still hitting this Strange, still getting that charge on my right bumper ability. The next tip I have for you, again, is a very simple one, but I actually don't see many people use it, is your reload cancel. You can actually cancel Doctor Strange's reload when it is about 2/3 done. You can save that about 1/3 time for yourself, which is great, because that's probably the worst part of Doctor Strange, is how long its reload takes. But you can, in fact, cancel it. As you see, I am at 7 out of 8 shots right now. Beginning my reload, melee, I'm at 8 out of 8, and I didn't even finish the bar. You can also just do it with your shield, pop it open right about there, and it works. But you cannot do it at half. Doing it at half is not enough. You have to interrupt it around 2/3. But, you know, that time adds up. And so Doctor Strange is one of the only, if not maybe the only character whose passive is kind of negative. So his passive is the accumulating dark magic whenever hit. However, if you maintain it too long, it will begin to anti-heal you, which means you cannot be healed for that moment. Now, it's only about a second. However, every second counts in ranked. Best way to avoid this is to just use that constantly. Just always be using that, because when it's not at 100, the damage isn't really that worthwhile. It's still good. It's very usable in certain situations. However, the anti-heal could just really screw you over. So just be very careful if you're maintaining that. I would suggest just using that as soon as you have it and get it to 100. Next up, I'm going to be telling you about the portal. Now you have to be careful when using the portal, because of how long the cooldown is. I think it's like 160. It's 2 minutes roughly. 2 minutes and then some. So you only get to use it once every 3 or so team fights, you know, depending on how long they last, average. But it has so many different uses. The first usage that Strangers always use, I always use, are the teleporting behind the enemy line. So you can, if you're playing a payload map, you can give you and your team a better spot. Just come up behind them, make yourself more unexpected. I always, when I am doing that, I wait for a payload map. I don't think it's as useful on the objective maps, since you both get to the objective at the same time, you and the enemy team. It really doesn't give you that much of an advantage. It's better just to hold your portal, I think. But I use it on payload maps all the time when I'm attacking, because usually there will always be a DPS or a healer who have themselves displaced on a higher ground. It could be Punisher on his turret, it could be Moon Knight up there, it could be one of the healers, it could be Cloak, Loki, someone just sitting up here. So if you move fast enough through the portal, you can jump on that person, get yourself that free kill, and just immediately make it a 6v5 and make your chances of winning a lot higher right off the bat. Now the next teleport tip I have is one that I don't do as often, but I still do sometimes. It's when you are defending on a payload map, and you know when the enemy team, what doorway they're going to run out of. You can place a portal to ledge kill. You can just place a portal over a ledge, and then you can place your portal right over the front of the door. I don't do that as much anymore, because most people in a higher rank know better. They won't fall for that anymore. But a lot of people still fall for the strange portal fake. So what I do usually when we're defending, I will get ready for a portal ledge like this. And if nothing else, I get info. I get to see who they have and where they're going early. So if they come out with a Doctor Strange, I can wait to see if he starts portaling. And if he does start portaling, I can fake out his team by putting one in front of him and making the team think that was his portal, and they may or may not jump through it. Either way, it wastes some of their time. It wastes his cooldown. They jump through it, you get some kills. It makes the fight harder. It wastes some of their time. If they don't jump through it, they have to take the long way to the objective, and they can't do their behind the back strategy or whatever they were going to go for. Now, if you can't do either of this ledge kill or the fake Doctor Strange, you can either one, back out of it, or two, you can wait for the enemy team to push up into an area that, say, has a small doorway. Let's say I see someone come out of here. I see both the tanks come through here by themselves and the healers haven't gotten through yet. I can place this down so they can't get back out without dying, because we either have to kill them or they have to jump through the portal into the ledge and die. So this next portal tip I have for you is very similar to the last one. It's meant to just keep the enemy team away from the objective long enough, or, you know, keep them away from whatever you need them to. So you can block off a doorway, say the respawn or the main tunnel to the objective, with your portals. But you have to do it in a very specific manner. So go ahead and reposition your first portal, place it on one half of the door, and then when you place your other portal, make sure you are flipping your direction around and placing it in the opposite direction. So that way, if I try to get through here, it pops me right back out on the other side. If I try to get through the other portal, it pops me right back out. So now I'm going to be telling you my favorite ways to use my ultimate. My main favorite way is, say we just lost a team fight, or I have to get back to the team and regroup. I can try to identify a couple of the healers, maybe some frail DPS that are just chilling behind the team, overconfident, just blasting, feeling extra safe. You know, I'll place the portal right above them and just portal as I'm jumping through, or sorry, ultimate as I'm jumping through my portal, and it's extremely unexpected. They almost never see it coming. So this is one of those clips I was talking about. I think this was just in a quick play match, but it still shows exactly what I'm talking about. So the whole team, we lost our team fight there, but now that we're regrouping, I tell them to come with me through portal. I wait for some of the healers, DPS, to group up there. I jump straight through and hit my ultimate and get 4 of them. Would have been 5 if Punisher wasn't in the turret, but nonetheless, you can see how amazing that was, especially with the gamma radiation buff. It does so much more damage. We won that team fight in mere seconds, you know, and they didn't see it coming. There's hardly any time to see that coming and stop. So another way you can use the ultimate is just as simple as using your cloak of levitation to just float up behind them, canceling it, and popping it. It's good to start it in the air like that, because it gives their tanks, whoever could stop you or block you, less time to predict when and where it's coming from, when you're going to land, which way they had to block you. And it gives you more time to prepare and pick a target as you land. Now you can see here, we are in this very heavy team fight. Both teams are just doing equal damage, equal heals to each other. This is one of those fights you're just waiting for your ultimate or that one pick to turn it around. So I fly above them with my cloak of levitation, jump over the Groot wall, see the healers, they're not paying attention to me. The only one who saw me coming was that Hawkeye on the right, I think. But him alone wasn't enough to stop it. And yeah, we got the team fight for that. And we got a team kill, actually. So this is another example of using the Cloak of Levitation to fly behind and do that ultimate. I simply just bounced right above them, and they kind of forgot that I was even going up and over top of them. So I wait for the healers here to group up with the Moon Knight, and do that with the gamma radiation buff. So I love this clip because it shows a lot of the tips I was just telling you about. See, I'm mixing in this melee all the time. I'm waiting for my right bumper ability to get to 100 before I use it. I'm reload canceling with my melee attack. I'm playing defensively when I see my health get low. I'm holding up shield when I can. And they just aren't doing a good enough job at killing me, and my healers are doing a great job at keeping me alive. So this fight is becoming a lot more neck and neck when it should have been over already, because it was like a team, the whole enemy team versus us three roughly, and now our team is getting ultimates. They're coming back. I build my ultimate, and you see I get both the healers with just my one release of the darkness. We get Doctor Strange, and it's just Magneto left, and we win the fight off that. But that's all I've got for you. If you did watch this far through, thank you so much for viewing. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions at all, feel free to leave anything in the comments. If any of this helps you, feel free to let me know. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying Marvel Rivals as much as I am. I can't wait for the next season. I want to see how the new characters are, how they work, and how interesting it's going to make things. But, you know, nevertheless, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.